spate of state elections, how relevant is Uma Bharati and her Bharatiya Janshakti Party? That's the question I shall ask today in an exclusive interview to the lady herself. Ms. Bharati, 1 year after you broke with the BJP, your own party, the Bharatiya Janshakti Party, has failed to take off, and you yourself have lost your credibility. Have you ceased to be relevant?
I think there are two questions in one question. One is the relevance of the party, second is the credibility of the party and the person me.
And I'm saying both of them have collapsed.
No, what I'm saying is that the credibility is always dependent on the ideology, on the character of the person, in which I can say that I'm more credible than anybody in the Indian politics right now.
You mean you are the most credible politician in India today?
Yes.
You mean that?
Yes.
That's not an exaggeration?
No.
All right, let's look at the facts.
Let's come to the relevance.
Let's come to the facts, then we'll come to the other ideological bit you want.
Okay.
Last year, in your own home state, Madhya Pradesh, you contested 3 by-elections. You lost all 3. In Vidisha, you came third with just 22% of the votes. In Pandhana, you came third with 13% of the votes. And you say you're the most credible politician in India?
Yes, because credibility cannot be counted by the votes. It can be counted by the ideology. If you compromised on the ideology, then you lose your credibility.
But if your ideology is being rejected by the Indian people, but if your ideology is being rejected, how does it matter?
Karan, let it be my show also. Let me say something. What I'm saying is that you see BJP's record and you see Congress's record. Where BJP was in the ruling, could Congress win any by-election? And where Congress was in ruling, when Digvijay Singh was ruling for 10 years in Madhya Pradesh, BJP lost all the by-elections.
No doubt. But let's stick to your record rather than the BJP record or the Congress record. And I want to come back to Vidisha to start with. In Vidisha, not only did you lose, but the BJP had 1,20,000 votes more than you. Congress had 36,000 votes more than you. In Pandhana, the BJP vote share was 3.5 times greater than yours. The Congress vote share was 2.5 times greater than yours. Your party is irrelevant. It has no credibility with the voters of your own state.
Now again I'll separate the issue. Relevance is a different thing, credibility is a different thing. BJP is more than 50 years old party. They lost most of the deposits in Uttar Pradesh right now in the by-elections, before the civil elections. And about the credibility, again I will say, tell me which party has got the credibility. Congress used to use Mahatma Gandhi's name.
But you're going to now Congress, stick to the Bharatiya Janshakti Party, that's your party.
The credibility is with the ideology. And I'm saying that in 8 months, if I have come even 4th or 5th in a state like Madhya Pradesh, where there's no third party except BJP and Congress, I will say that you must, for that you must appreciate.
Ms. Bharati, I will appreciate you. The problem is that even in your own constituency, Malhera, you failed, and you failed badly compared to December 2003 when you stood as a BJP candidate. This time around, when your candidate Rita Yadav stood, the amount of votes had fallen by 40% and your share of the votes had fallen by 60%. If you can't retain your own constituency in your own home state, what hope have you got?
Bada Malhara constituency, BJP could not find a candidate from BJP. You know,
but the candidate won and your candidate lost, and you were the polling agent yourself, which is even worse.
Just a minute, because you keep on saying, I have no time to say anything. So the program should be like that the other person should be also allowed to speak. What I want to say is that in Bada Malhara constituency, BJP could not find anybody in their own party. And they have to field a candidate who is from the communist background. So even if they won there, they did not win. It means they had no confidence to win. Second thing is...
Can I interrupt? Clearly, if they won, it suggests that the people of your constituency preferred a BJP candidate who was, as you say, a communist, rather than your own chosen candidate. They rejected your nominee in favor of a BJP nominee. That's what counts.
No, they
did. The person won, you lost.
In Malhara, in Vidisha, in democratic system, that actually election did not take place. There was a total looting in plundering.
Now you're sounding like a bad loser.
No, I'm not. I'm not sounding like a bad loser because there's an election petition in the court and the petition has been admitted. So once the court accepts it, means something is wrong.
Let me slightly change the subject and come back.
Again, I will say
let me come back to what you said just a few weeks before those by-elections.
Again, I have to say something.
Happily, I'll give you a full chance. Just a few weeks before those by-elections, you said about the BJP government in Madhya Pradesh, I'm quoting you, saffron rule will collapse because of its own mistakes, and after its fall, we, meaning your Bharatiya Janshakti Party will form the government. What happened? The BJP government is intact, your party instead has collapsed.
First, I did not make this statement, but
You
I
did?
agree.
You said it to PTI on the 25th of February.
Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. I said BJP rule, not saffron rule, because BJP is not saffron. BJP is green. It is totally colored with Jinnah's color.
The point still holds. The BJP government is intact. Your party is collapsing.
Yeah, now come to second thing. And my party is a 9-month-old baby. So if they are losing
Very
so
interesting.
many,
At 9 months, babies are beginning to stand up and walk. Your little baby is unable to do anything. That's the point
give
I'm
me 3
making.
years.
3 years?
Yes.
3 years?
I'll give my performance only in 2008. Before that, you should not, talking about the relevance of, just a minute, talking about the relevance of Jan Shakti, talking about the credibility of Jan Shakti is highly unjustifying because a 9-month-old baby cannot become.
I'll tell you why I'm bringing up the credibility of Jan Shakti, for the simple reason that on the 16th of January, that's 1 month ago, you said that in fact in 2009 the Bharatiya Janshakti Party would win 50 seats in the Lok Sabha.
That's
and then you said,
give me 3 years.
3 years. Huh? In 2009 you're going to win 50 seats in the Lok Sabha.
Yeah, that I said in 2006.
You mean that? You mean that?
Yeah.
50 seats.
Yes.
And you know the other thing you said? You said that in 2015 the Bharatiya Janshakti Party will come to power in Delhi on its own.
Yeah.
You will form the government in Delhi.
Definitely. We will, not me. We will.
When you say we will you, Uma Bharati, be Prime Minister?
No, there will be more than 90% of BJP also with us this time, because you just see.
But will it be the BJP that comes to power,
So
or the Bharatiya Janshakti Party? Who will come to power?
Janshakti Party will have the government, and we will have a Prime Minister of Janshakti Party.
In which case, will it be Uma Bharati?
I cannot say that.
But who will it be? Someone you appoint.
How can I say?
In other words, you're either saying that you will be Prime Minister of India in 2015, or you will be the person who creates the Prime Minister.
No, while I will say that Janshakti will be spread to the level that we will be able to make the government in the center, and Janshakti will have its own Prime Minister in the country.
And that Prime Minister could be Uma Bharati.
I cannot say that.
Yeah, you're not ruling out the possibility.
But I cannot say like that.
People listening to this will be smiling if they're not laughing. They'll say, Uma Bharati lives in her dreams.
I'm laughing now.
They'll say she lives in her dreams. She's lost contact with reality.
Because people have to come with me. People like you have to come with me. You have to leave your air conditioned offices. You have to come with me in the train, in the cars, on the road, and you have to talk to the people. And you have to see while I'm talking to the people. I will tell you something, Karan. You have lost the touch with reality. Otherwise, you could not have compared my party with Congress and BJP.
Have you kept a touch with reality?
You are being so impractical now.
Are you in touch with reality, or are you dreaming?
Yes. No, I'm always in.
All right.
See, I told you that don't even talk about the credibility and the relevance of my party right now. I told you this.
Let me then test a simple thing. You say you're in touch with reality. I'm saying you've lost all touch with reality completely.
Give me an example.
Let me test it. You're putting up 18 candidates in the forthcoming elections in Punjab, 36 candidates in Uttarakhand, and I'm not counting the independents who may be supported by you. People don't believe you're going to win even one. What they say you're going to do is spoil the chances of the BJP. So I put it to you. Are you a serious politician, or are you just a spoiler of other people's
chances? How do you begin? BJP used to lose its deposits since Johnson days for 30 years. This is how you begin.
Come back to your party.
No, this is...
You're going to therefore lose your deposit for 30 years too?
Karan, this is a reality. You have to be in contact with reality. Don't live in dreams. And don't, imagine things about others.
Do the people of India really think that Uma Bharati will be
Johnson and BJP used to lose their deposits almost for 30 years. And they were such a big and great party. So when we are fighting in the Uttaranchal, I don't claim that I'm going to win all the seats. And the second thing which you have said, you said that my party's performance is going to damage BJP. No, the sins of BJP, the ill doings of BJP are going to damage BJP.
All right. That's what you say. The voters will tell. Let's take a break at that point. I want to come back and talk to you, not about the relevance of your party, but a new tactic that you've begun. You've begun bad-mouthing, criticizing, and being personal about leaders. Is that because your frustrations are bubbling out, or is that because it's the only way to keep yourself in the news? That's the subject in a moment's time. See you after this. Welcome back to Devil's Advocate and an exclusive interview with Uma Bharati. Uma Bharati, let's turn now to the new tactic that you seem to have started, making personal, intemperate, and very derogatory remarks about leaders of the BJP. Do you do this because it's the only way you can attract attention to
Give me
yourself.
one example.
I'll give you several. You said of Rajnath Singh, the president of the BJP, that he's a criminal, and you said that he was corrupt. Do you have any proof of this?
No, I never said it.
Yes, you did.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm going to quote you.
No, no,
when
no,
will Rajnath Singh give up the
sorry.
politics of crime and corruption? November the 4th. That
No,
clearly suggests
no,
he's a criminal and corrupt.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You said it.
No,
So do you
never,
withdraw those
never,
words?
ever.
Do you withdraw those words?
Yes. No, no, I'm not withdrawing. I did not say it. I condemn these words.
When will
And I condemn the person and paper who quoted it.
When will Rajnath Singh give
I'm
up the
so
politics
sorry.
of crime and corruption? November the 4th. You withdraw it.
No, I didn't. No, I'm not withdrawing it. I did not say it. How can I withdraw it? I did not deliver it.
Well, you
How
were
can I
quoted
withdraw it?
rightly in the papers.
No, I don't know which paper it is.
Several.
I condemn the papers. No, no, I did not read it also.
You didn't read it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should read a bit
no,
more
I'm
about
so
what
sorry.
you say.
No.
All right. Let me give you another example.
No, I'm so
Again,
sorry.
last year in November, you said of Atal Bihari
You know what?
Vajpayee. Let me finish.
No,
let me
no, no.
finish. Then
No,
you answer.
about this. Okay,
Let me
okay.
finish.
Yeah.
Last year in November, you said of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and of L.K. Advani, Atalji and Advaniji are in the grip of power brokers. They are like widowed aunts whose feet everybody touches, but whose advice nobody listens
I
to.
said this.
Do you think it was the right thing to say?
Yeah, definitely.
You called them father figures when you were in their
They are
party.
father figures even now.
And you say this are father figures.
So what is wrong in
I
that?
thought Hindu Sanskriti required that one is respectful to
I'm
people.
respectful to them.
This is respect.
Yeah, I'm showing sympathy to them.
This is sympathy.
Yeah,
You call them widowed aunts.
yeah.
You say they're in the grip of
Yeah,
power
this is how they
brokers.
are. This is how they are right now. Everybody touches their feet, but nobody listens to them.
You seem to have lost all respect for them.
No, I love them, I respect them, but this is the reality I'm saying.
You love them so much,
Yeah,
you call them
I love
in
them
the
like my
grip of
father.
power brokers.
Yeah, they are in the grip of power brokers, and they were in the grip of power brokers since 2002, not before that.
For many people, you are
And
the
first thing
symbol
I will say,
of Hindu
I'm so sorry.
Sanskriti, and this is how you talk of people
This is
who
a
are
Hindu
80.
Sanskriti I'm talking, because I feel so sorry for the ladies who live in the old age as a widow in their parents' house, and everybody touches their feet, but nobody listens to them. So right now, this is a condition of Atalji Nadman. Nobody listens to them. Otherwise, what happened last year couldn't have happened.
Uma Bharati, let me move beyond intemperate
kind of
and
situation-
personal remarks you made about BJP leaders. Let me say that you made
No,
it
this
about
is not
other
a personal
people.
remark at all.
This is not personal.
No, no.
Calling someone a widowed
No,
aunt,
it-
saying that in the grip of power brokers is not personal.
They are in the grip of power brokers. What is personal in that? What is personal? It is political. It is a political remark I am making. That the great leaders of a great party are in the grip of power brokers. So it is not a personal remark at all.
Of Nitish
You know
Kumar.
what is personal?
Let me quote.
Comparing Sonia Gandhi with Monica Lewinsky is a personal remark. That was a personal remark made by our one general secretary.
Calling Rajnath Singh a
making
man
fun of
in
Sushma
the
Swaraj
grip
is a
of
personal
crime
remark.
and corruption politics was personal, but you're conveniently denying it now, but you said it.
No, I did not say it. What I said, I'll repeat.
Let me
I have been misquoted. I know what it is. I know. Now, you have to give me a chance to speak.
Go ahead, go ahead,
You have to give
go
me
ahead,
a chance
go
to
ahead.
speak. That is that actually some people are very angry with BJP media also. So what I say, they put their mind also in the word. What I said,
journalists are putting their
Not
words
all.
into your mouth.
not in my
convenient.
mouth, their own sentiments in the word.
convenient.
See what I said in Uttar Pradesh. I said that before 97, Kalyan Singh gave a very good government in 91. And he was, just a minute, and he was a very good chief minister. And he did not support crime and corruption
But
at
I'm
all.
not talking about
But
Kalyan
no,
Singh.
just a minute. And after 97, because the
Let me-
sentence in the continuity. But after 97, when they made the government again, they took the support of criminals and corrupt people, and that engineering was done by Rajnath Singh. That is my, and I challenge if you can make me, if you can say that, if you can prove me
Let
wrong.
me move to
That's
another
what I said.
example, right? You said of Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar has failed as chief minister. The government under Lalu Yadav and Rabri Devi was far better than the present one.
No, I did
You know,
not say
let me- You did.
No,
India,
no, I will not. I will not admit this.
you did.
No, I'm not even withdrawing because I don't know
On
deliver.
the 4th of November,
It does not make
you were
any
quoted by probably 6 newspapers
No,
and
but
maybe
I-
3 news agencies.
Anybody can quote me, but I did not say it.
How convenient. Every
what
time that I find out something
No,
embarrassing,
not
you deny
convenient.
it.
I accepted when that I said that they are widowed aunts.
Can I put something to you? Today when I'm pointing out the silly things you said, and I'm using the word silly deliberately.
Okay.
Today when I'm pointing out the vain-glorious and far-fetched boasts you've made, you suddenly don't want to acknowledge them. Do you suddenly feel embarrassed when this is pointed out?
No. Actually, the truth is that like Karan Thapar, if somebody comes and tell me that you have stolen somebody's watch, I will see the FIR first. Because a person like Karan Thapar will not steal somebody's watch. Okay? So the same things, anybody can say anything. You have to verify at least some certain things.
Uma Bharati,
And just by
these
quoting
are the
you cannot
types
say.
of comments that a
I did
lady
not
who
make it.
ceased to be relevant makes. These are the type of
I
things
did
that
not
people who
compare
are
Nitish
frustrated
Kumar government,
say.
and I did not read it also. That's what I'm saying, because I read all the newspapers. So which newspaper you are quoting, I'm surprised and
Let me
shocked.
put it like this. You're widely known to be a volatile lady. People say you go to
This
extremes.
is anti-woman. The statement is anti-woman. This is a caste, class, and gender-wise which
I
is
don't
coming
think
out
it's
of
either
your mouth.
caste or class
Yes,
or gender-wise.
this
I
is
think
what.
it's factual.
Karan Thapa, people like you are suffering with that complex.
I'm going to repeat
Yes,
my words.
and you are using this word just because you
No.
are caste, class, and
No,
gender
I'm going to repeat my words so the audience can hear it. You're widely thought to be a volatile
because
woman.
you people created my image like that, because when I entered into the politics and when I came to the parliament, people like you and people like who do not want to work on the street, they want to do everything in their condition. They were so jealous of me and they could not find anything against me, so they started saying these things.
Can I finish the question? You're
I'm a
widely
very nice
thought
person,
to be...
very soft-hearted person. The only thing is that I speak my heart out, and I know my drawbacks. I'm not a god, I'm a human being. My drawbacks are that I'm very emotional, I speak very fast, I don't keep pause. That is it.
Should a person with those drawbacks be in politics?
Now see, I have come so far in politics, it's very difficult to revert myself, so I'm trying to improve and be here.
People say because of your drawbacks, you're not cut out to be a leader. Are they wrong?
I don't want to be a leader at all. I just want to be a good citizen of the country.
People say that you were a disastrous chief minister of Madhya Pradesh, which is why the BJP didn't give you a second stint, which is why you broke with them.
I just don't care for these remarks, because when my government was there, I won 25 seats out of 29 seats in Lok Sabha.
You were great at winning Lok Sabha seats. You're a brilliant speaker. You're an extremely entertaining person. The problem is, are you a leader? Are you a ruler?
No, I will not support these things about myself. I cannot do the politics of self-appreciation, so I will not say I was a great leader.
Do the opposite. I want you to do
I will speak
the politics
factually.
of self-criticism.
No.
Do you think when in November... Let me finish. Do you think in November 2004, when you stormed out of the BJP General Secretary's meeting, you behaved immaturely? Worse, you damaged your own standing and credibility.
No, I think the immature behavior was on the part of Advani and the other people who were sitting, because Advani should have taken care of this, that he was condemning me for speaking against a colleague in media, and he was doing the same thing. He was speaking against me in the media, so he was not practicing what he was preaching.
But should you not have corrected Mr. Advani in a way in which you didn't damage yourself? You ended up damaging yourself. People said, look at her, she's walked out, she's immature.
Karan, do you believe in God?
Is that relevant?
No, I don't know. No, I have to ask a question.
But is it relevant?
No, let there be a question from the angel.
But is it relevant?
The question should not come from the devil.
But is it relevant?
No, let there be a question from the angel.
Come back to my question.
Tell me, do you believe in God?
Actually, I do.
Now, if you believe in God,
I
then
do.
you accept this fact that it was a God's design, that I had to be out from the party, because the ideology is badly damaged and bruised.
You to behave in quotes madly.
No, because the ideology of Hindutva and the ideology of pure politics is badly used, abused and misused, and by the BJP, somebody had to protect it, so God's designed it. I believe in this. It's a divine intervention.
Is God's hand on your shoulder even now?
Yeah, always.
You think God is guiding you?
I believe.
Do you think God is leading you, as you claim, to victory in 2015?
You know what I believe? When I make a wrong thing, I believe that I did not listen to God.
Do you think God wants you to rule India in 2015? Because you said you may be in a position to do so. Your party.
My party.
God is doing that?
Yeah, because He's giving me the courage and strength.
Are you fooling yourself or are you fooling the people of India?
You should be there in 2015 to know who was the fool, me or you.
You really mean that, Uma Bharati? We're coming back full circle. You really mean in 2015, your party will be ruling India?
Yeah, I mean
you will be in a position either to be PM or to create a PM or to create a PM.
No, I don't second your statement. All I'm saying that my party will be in the ruling on 2015 and somebody from Jan Shakti will be the Prime Minister. Uma Bharati may be a peon there, but somebody from the Jan Shakti.
There are stories they tell about Sheikh Chilli. Maybe I should shake hands with Uma Bharati.
No, I'm not Sheikh Chilli. As a Sheikh Chilli, I'll not shake my hands with you. I'll shake my hands with you as Uma Bharati.
A pleasure talking to you, Miss Bharati.